Stars are whispering tales of old, planets spinning, stories bold. Life is dancing through the night, countless worlds in the starlight. Galaxies full of mystery, infinite in their history, beyond our dreams and our sights. Life blooms in the cosmic lights, dancing on the edge of space. Take me away, feeling the universal grace. In the dark our hearts ignite, life across the endless night. Nebulas with colors bright, birth new wonders in the light. Comets trail their sparkling tears, life endures through the years. In the silence of the void, every heartbeat is enjoyed. From the depths and to the heights, life expands through cosmic night. Dancing on the edge of space, and off we go, feeling the universal grace. In the dark our hearts ignite, life across the endless night. Dancing on the edge of space, and off we go, feeling the universal grace. In the dark our hearts ignite, life across the endless
Hello, and welcome to SkyTour Livestream. It's me, Mark D'Antonio. Good to see you. I'm way down here in the corner. Hi, guys. And as you will all undoubtedly like to know, Daryl is with us. Hey, Daryl, how are you?
Hello, Mark. I'm good. You? Hello, everybody.
Doing just fine. Doing fine. I've been in here for about an hour, and Daryl's been with us for about half hour, 45 minutes. We're just working on a couple of little things and did a reboot of the computer and everything. This is Benson. We added a third camera. You can see it right here. This camera. Me actually bringing them so you can see this camera right here. This is looking toward the east wall. This one is looking toward the north wall. This one's looking toward the west wall. Okay, and so we don't have. I did this because we want to be able to check out things and see where things are looking. This is, one of the cameras. I can move this camera around. I can move them all around. They're all pan and tilt systems. And the nice thing is that the new camera that's up on top of the roof, okay, which is the one on the bottom here. it's above the roof line, I should say. Now, this one allows us to look all over the place. Okay, we can look at the entire grounds. And right now, if we look up, this camera does sometimes show us some stars, but you gotta let the contrast get out of there. There we go. That's dust flying through the air. It's a clear night there. You can't really see the Milky Way, but you can see some of the stars. And they're attracted to the infrared lighting on our system here. But this camera is a technical camera used to just look over the rooftop and check out things from this particular perspective. It looks like lights are on, but it's pitch black in there. Those are infrared lights you're looking at. Anyway, you may wonder what this is. This is the Helix Nebula. It is one of the closest planetaries, if not actually the closest planetary to us. And it's a remnant of a star that has sloughed off its outer layers and its final bits of life. And these outer layers are out in space, several light years away from the star. This is the remnant of the star right here. Although it looks like a remnant, but it's actually a white dwarf. You'll notice the color. It's blue. That's because it's really, really hot. Okay? And this very, very hot star is causing is giving off a lot of ultraviolet radiation, which is ionizing the hydrogen we see, making it glow red, ionizing the oxygen that we see, making it glow a teal blue. And this is characteristic of a planetary. Now, this is a spherical object. It is not a ring like we're looking at here. It's just that the stuff that's facing us and behind us, behind the nebula, is thin. Like you can see through my fingers here if you look down the lower left of me here. But on the edges, you can't, because you're looking through more material around the curve of the object. And so no matter where we look at it from space, the details out here might change, but we're still going to see exactly the same thing. It's going to still look like a spherical object, because it's an illusion that it looks like a ring like this. So this is pretty cool. This is the first time we've ever looked at this with this camera, Daryl.
Yeah, well done. Mark, I'm hesitant to ask this question. I don't want to push my luck, but my image size in Teams is smaller than it has been in the past. I can't quite read the print in it. And the right-hand margin where I have pop-out chat parked, there's a whole lot more room over on the right side.
Okay, I know exactly what's wrong. And I'm going to fix that right now. So I'm going to... Daryl hasn't joined us for, a while. I think he joined us a couple streams ago. So a few of the things that we normally do, we haven't done yet. So he's right about that. So I'm gonna do that. Let me just get you back here. All right.
So it's my fault now, huh?
Nope, it's my fault that I didn't actually do. Of course, I would blame you if you like that. I can blame. All right. I'll share the right thing so you can actually see what you're supposed to see.
I see a dog wearing glasses now.
You do, I know. But
Yeah.
now you see the right screen, the one you're supposed to see.
There you go. Much better. Thank you.
Yeah, and you see everything full screen for you, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I
good.
see you too. I couldn't see you
because-
before.
Right. I shared what's called a projector, so you actually see what the broadcast is showing. I figured out how to do that.
Yeah, I remember that from last time. Projector.
Yeah, and apparently I did not. So see, it wasn't your fault this time. I
Not
mean,
yet,
I'll still
anyway.
I'll let you take the blame.
No.
Nah, that's all right. So this is cool, folks. Now, I gotta tell you, this blue white dwarf here, this really, really hot white dwarf, is no longer undergoing fusion, and at the distance of the helix, which was it 600 light years?
Oh no.
No,
I
it's
want.
got
I
to
want to say
be.
it's like 170 light years
Yeah, yeah,
away.
yeah. You're right. It's actually well 518 according to this.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, but let's just say that that's the number 518 light years away, and at 518 light years, by the way, which is quite a distance, obviously from Earth. This white dwarf is still visible as a very bright blue star. And that object, okay, is a pinpoint. It's actually all the stars in this image are pinpoints. Some are closer, some are farther away, but some are intrinsically brighter. And they're only points of light. If we saw the universe the way it really, really looked, you might say that there's nothing much up there, because those little tiny points of light might not be visible until you use a telescope or binoculars. Only the brightest ones would be visible, but they'd be tiny, tiny little points of light. In this case, that little white dwarf right there, and I say little because it is, it's about the size of the Earth. And that means from 518 light years away, you can still see it brightly. That's how bright this is. That's how energetic this is. That's how much energy it's casting off on us. It's just incredible. I do have to say hello. I haven't said hi to anybody. Tiffany Echo was first. Hi, Tiffany. Looking forward to you and Mike joining us more regularly. And then we have Lori at LDP. What is LDP, Lori? Let us know. Kathy Messick, hi there. Sally Forth, so good to see you. And Kevin O'Neill is good. Hey, Kevin, you're in British Columbia, right? I just spent the weekend last weekend, 2 weekends ago, in Shag Harbor, and I had some folks from BC up there, and we also have Donald Kunzer is with us. Thank you, Donald. That's pretty cool. What you said there.
I don't see Kevin O'Neill
Kevin O'Neill. Yeah,
in chat.
He's right on. Yeah, he's there. He might have scrolled down. Yeah. Anyway, he might be up higher for you. Anyway, so yeah, Donald Kunzer wrote, on this night of nights, they will make it through the eyes of a child, and wish you are as the thought that comes from a distant star entering the mind drive. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And I want to say hi to Karen Belmont, who's with us. I know Karen. I've met her many times. A few times. And guess who else is here? Alicia Vieras and Sam S. Alicia, what's up? And Daryl is live with us, yeah. He's not a recording. Although, yeah, I could, I guess. And Logan S. is with us. Hey, Logan, what's up?
Hoorah.
If you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. Because it's all free. All these images are free to download and everything. So, hey, man, just go for it. We'll give them to you. We won't, we'll just image more. Okay, let me try to make some adjustments. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna overprocess this like this, just to see what's hiding out there. And you can see that there's a lot of stuff hiding out there. Look at this out here. See that? Okay. So if we take that processing down, it's almost invisible. But that outer ring, Daryl, you see it? It's out there. We actually see it.
I did.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. I'm going to take this down. Right. And I'm going to increase the size here so we can actually just look at this as it develops.
All right. All your pictures on the left are blocking my view.
I recognize that, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's this camera, the way this camera operates. So there's the white dwarf in the middle. Okay, you can see interesting lines coming in here. These are radial, there's radial, well, I guess material that's radiating, has been radiating out from this star. Now we're calling it a star, but it's not doing hydrogen fusion anymore. It's not doing any fusion. It's actually what's called a degenerate star. I need to bring this back in order to do that. So let's bring back the telescopes. Like this, actually. Okay. And you can see that other area down here. This is a beautiful view. This is the best view we've ever gotten of this. And I do want to see if we can pull some more detail out of this. Okay.
I see the radial lines you were talking about now.
Yeah.
Don't they call those cometary something or others? I mean,
Yeah,
they're
they
not
could be.
comets, but I
Yeah,
thought they
they're
called
like-
them.
Yeah, there's streaks. Yeah.
Somebody thought they looked like
know
comets.
I can't remember the name, but you're right. Like cometary streaks or something. I don't remember the name. Yeah, and so you see they're all aiming toward that white dwarf in the center, guys, and that is because that white dwarf being so energetic, it won't cool down for maybe 100 billion years, if it could exist that long, if the universe lives that long. This will not cool down. There's no white dwarf in the universe that has cooled down to become what they call a black dwarf. There's no such thing at this point in time. Just like there's no such thing as one of those small red stars we know as M stars, dying. They live trillions of years, a trillion years, maybe 100 billion years, or a trillion years. And that's because they keep dredging up hydrogen to fuel themselves, because the entire star is like a boiling pot of water. So the star is mostly made of hydrogen, and even though our star is mostly made of hydrogen, the hydrogen that's fusing is in the core, and we don't get any of this stuff in the outside part of our star to go into the middle of the star where it can fuse. That stuff's just along for the ride, and it always will be.
Well, there is convection on the sun.
Yeah, but not
A
to the
question
core.
about the white dwarf, though. I mean, it may last for a very, very long time, but the nebula's a transient thing in the big scheme of things, isn't it?
Well,
I
yeah, I
mean-
mean, if you think about the fact that this nebula is expanding and it's moving outward at some velocity, okay, so this is where it started from, right in the middle here, and then this is moving outward on all sides, and it's doing that because of the supernova. Sorry, because of the death of the star. It expressly didn't go supernova. Only stars that are much more massive than the sun can go supernova. We're looking up at the 6 to 7 times the solar mass and above that will go supernova. Okay, so as this expands, it will expand out far enough so that it no longer ionizes. Go ahead.
I mean, you're talking thousands or tens of thousands, or out on the outside, maybe 100,000 years for the nebula, right?
Depends on the expansion
It
rate of
is
the
going to
nebula.
vanish eventually.
Yes, it will. It will, because all this gas is moving outward, and eventually it'll move past that ionization range where the hot white dwarf can ionize this material. It might go out to about 4 light years or so, maybe a little more.
Yeah, I guess
knowing
that's
the
what I was
distance.
thinking of
Yeah.
when it expands too much to still be within the radiative presence of the white dwarf, in other words.
That's right.
All
Let's
right.
see if we can tease more data out of this here. Yeah, so we're going to pull this out. I'm going to actually pull this one back a little bit. It'll brighten it up a bit, but I want to see if we can see some more data. Oh yeah, look at that down here, that outer ring. Now see that material out there? That's the first material that was ejected from this dying star, because that's made it out far enough. Look at that. Oh, this is something else. I think I need to label this Helix Nebula, and I'm going to set that as our target name, and we're going to keep this picture. And we're going to save the image with annotations too. So here's the thing, guys. If you are part of SkyTour live stream, you know that everything we take pictures of are yours to take, and we will give you these images, and they don't cost you a dime, right? So you'll get the images that I'm about to save right here. You'll get these images. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little prettier. I'm going to bring back down the sky brightness here by taking our black level, which is this level, and moving it near the peak here. If I move it further, we'll start losing data. Okay, so see, now we're losing data. However, if we get to a certain point, this now showcases that radial stuff in here very, very well. You see how that looks radial? So you see that stuff going this way and going that way. It's
What's
really
making
blatant now.
what's making the helix shape?
You mean the overall shape here? What?
Yeah, why do we call it the Helix Nebula? I can see, it looks almost like you're looking at a coil spring end on or something. What is the mechanism for the helix?
I don't actually know what the helix mechanism is. I would always go back to, it has to do with the intrinsic rotation of the parent star, the progenitor as we call it, at some point in its history. We've talked about the Dumbbell Nebula and how it looks very different as well. So this guy is doing the same thing. And by the way, that changing, that little flat like that, when it was changing like that, that's actually due to our remote connection. And so I'm talking to the people that wrote our remote connection software to let them know what's happening, to make sure that we can get rid of this in the future, because it shouldn't be doing like we're seeing. I wonder if that would do it. We'll see. I made a change to one of the settings.
What were you talking about?
I was just saying that the screen sometimes flashes a little brighter, a little dimmer, and the colors seem to change and flicker.
All right.
And I know that that's something to do with our remote access system.
All right. Yeah, I've seen that before.
I just changed it.
Yeah. I can't post links to your server anymore. Teams doesn't seem to like it.
Oh, really?
Or Windows doesn't, or what? I can't post it to chat, so maybe it is something with Microsoft.
I don't know. I see other people doing it at times.
I can post links, but it's just I can't post a link to the server. It's too long a string of letters and numbers.
Oh.
I run out of characters before I can copy it all. Something changed. I don't know what.
Okay. Well, that's Microsoft for you. Well,
so you're going to have to flash your SkyTour Live link or whatever it is, where you say the pictures are available.
Yeah, SkyTourLive.org, right there.
There you go.
And if you go to SkyTourLive.org, you scroll down and it says, "I want to see cool pictures," and you see instructions how to get to them directly and what you have to do to get them. And if you have any questions, you just contact me at contactskytour@gmail.com. And me or Marianne or Tara will answer and heed the call and find out what you need. Boy, this is something. This is really beautiful. I'm going to pull that down a little bit more. Bring this up a little more.
Let me try again.
Okay. Wow, this is just incredible. What a beautiful nebula. And it's beautiful to us, but we're witnessing star death here. Okay? We're witnessing the death of a star, and this particular star is one that is never going to ever be a star again. It's past all that. It used to be a point of light right here in the sky with the others, but every star, ours included, is orbiting the galaxy. And the relationship between each star gravitationally is that they always move around each other. So when this Helix Nebula moves a little further in the galaxy, these stars around it likely will not be there. They're all moving. They're all moving amongst each other in a circular or slightly elliptical path around the center of the galaxy. We've gone around our galaxy about 20 times since Earth was formed. So it was like 230 million years of revolution, something like that.
Something like that.
Look at that. Wow.
No, I just tried pasting that link again, and it will not copy. It's too many characters. Oh, well.
Okay.
Used to work.
All right, well. Lori at LDP says, is this nebula near a constellation? It's in a constellation, the constellation of Aquarius. And I'll show you where that is, Lori. So let's bring up our beautiful sky tour and let's do our planetarium. And you can see that we are in Aquarius. And here is the mythology. It's Aquarius, the water bearer. If we back out, you'll see what we're near. We're near Capricornus, Pisces Australis. We're also near, this is where we are right there. Why is it saying we're there? That's not where we are.
You're really close to Saturn, I know that.
Well, we should see Saturn too, shouldn't we?
Yeah. There's Difta, the tail of the whale. There's Sculptor. Might we see Sculptor Galaxy?
Yeah, maybe we should.
We're into the stars of fall now, folks. When we see Sculptor and Aquarius here, well, Sagittarius, Scorpius is already set. Sagittarius is setting now. There's Capricorn to the east of Sagittarius, and then Aquarius.
Yeah.
There's a really cool galaxy in Sculptor right there. There's the star Fomalhaut, the eye of Pisces Austrinus, the southern fish. Yeah, Fomalhaut is a bright star all by itself down in the southern sky this time of year. I always think of it as lonely in the south. It's all by itself. The next bright star, if you keep going east, you would run into Difta, the star, the tail of the whale, Den of Kaitos.
Well, interesting how that's showing that we're there. I'm gonna disconnect this and try again because we shouldn't be there. That's in the wrong. It thinks it's in the wrong place, so I don't know why it's doing there. That's more like it. We had some kind of disconnect going on. All right, so there we are. And we're on the Helix Nebula right there. Okay. So this is a gorgeous photo, guys. It's free for the taking. We have 58 images. We're going to wait till 59, and then we'll save it at that and move on. What do you want to do first? Do you want to do the Sculptor Galaxy, or do you want to do Saturn?
I think Sculptor's still down in the southeast. You might give it a little time to rise.
Oh, good.
Check out Saturn. Saturn is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Saturn
I haven't
is
seen any
past
planets
opposition. Yeah.
That's
Saturn was at its closest, biggest, and brightest to Earth a few weeks ago, and it's still prime time. It's if you go out and look south, so you see Fomalhaut. If you look to Fomalhaut's upper left, you'll see Saturn. It's a fairly bright but steady, obvious light.
Mm-hmm.
And if and when we catch it here, you'll see something about the planet, which I can talk about when we see it.
Okay. Hey, Otto's with us. Hi, Otto. How you doing? C&D, thank you, man. Good to see you. Toner's with us. Hey, what's up, brother? Yay, brother. Okay. And then, all right, we're done with this guy right now. I'll save it on 60 exposures, which is the intent. So if you go to the website and download it, this is the image that you get straight off the server. And that's being uploaded right now. Look at these radial streaks; they show up pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get this, and it's free for the taking. You know, there's nobody doing what we're doing. We just I don't understand it. It's live astronomy. It's the universe live in real time. Okay, let's do this. Now we're going
There are other people doing it. I don't think they do it as well as you do.
Well, there's people that have their telescopes. That's correct. I don't think that, we have 2 observatories. I mean, we've got another one, actually, and it's not open. I didn't open it tonight, but that's because we started late. But here's the other observatory. Okay, so here, same kind of thing. We're now, and this is now 220 miles away from the current location. There's the Milky Way. Okay, and this is our all-sky camera that I built for that site. Telescope is safely ensconced in its building out there. That's a wide field system, and the narrow field system is better for things like the helix, which we're looking at over in this system over here, or we were. So you'll notice that the helix is not even really visible to you here, but there's that white dwarf. You can't miss that blue star right there. So that's pretty cool. And the white dwarf is very, 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 very hot. We're talking about 40,000 Kelvin, and that's very, very, very hot. So that said, we would be looking at a star. If this was close to us, it'd be exceedingly bright, but it's right there inside that square. There it is. All right, so now let's go up and let's go check out Saturn, which is a little bit east of us here, right there. All right, so
Saturn's in Eastern Pisces, or Western Pisces, if I remember right.
Yeah. Stop this. There it is. All right, this is the first time we've seen Saturn with this scope. So we're gonna move the telescope down.
Those are moons of Saturn you're seeing, those dots to the right. We may see more.
Yeah.
We may see more whenever he gets her dialed in.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna.
You might have heard the rings of Saturn are pretty much edge on to us right now. They are visible, but just barely. Back a few months ago, they were exactly edge on, and the rings actually disappeared for a time. But they're slowly starting to open up again. When we see Saturn, the Earth goes around the sun once a year. Well, a year on Saturn is almost 30 years, 29 and a half years. Saturn is at equinox, springtime on Saturn in the north and fall in the south. There's the there's the rings nearly edge on. The one bright one you see there to the right is Titan, no doubt.
Yeah.
But because Saturn takes nearly 30 years to orbit the sun, well, equinoxes on Saturn happen about every little less than 15 years. So, and that's when the rings are edge on to our point of view. If you wait half of that period between equinoxes, when the sun is at a solstice on Saturn, when it's either highest north or highest south, that's when the rings will be at their maximum opening. And that's about 7.5 years from now.
Wow.
So you're seeing the rhythm of the cosmos there.
Yeah, we can actually see some banding on the planet's face right there.
Uh-huh.
This is a. I'm actually stacking images right now live. So if I cut it out, this is the dynamic view. But there is probably. Let me see if I can get it to focus even better. All right, let's try that. Saturn's beautiful. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that. That's really nice. Gorgeous. All right, we'll just label this Saturn. And this is actually, it's not quite the magnified, I'm sorry, it's not quite the standard view. Here's the size of Saturn on our frame of our camera. It's that little dot. But we have a lot of pixels in those little spaces, so we're actually able to show you some really interesting stuff in there. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna.
And if you played with the gain or something, I suppose you could show the moons too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Right now it's at 0, and so if I
Okay.
just bring it up to 50, okay, it's gonna make Saturn really powerfully bright. Right, so I'm gonna have to go up even higher, right, and you'll start to see moons showing up. Saturn will be overexposed, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll be able to see the moons, and here they come.
Yep, that's Titan right there.
Yeah, that one.
That's the one the Cassini lander or the Cassini orbiter dropped the Huygens lander on. Is
Yeah, that's right.
Titan. And the pictures are really cool. It looks almost Earth-like. You see what looks like lakes and hills and mountains and stuff.
Yeah,
The only difference is instead of water, it's like liquid. What is liquid
yeah.
methane?
You know, ethane. Yeah, so it's like there's ethane lakes on Titan. Ethane, methane. It's all a compound, carbon-based compound.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if we do an auto sharpen on this, you can see now. Let me. I want to reset this and do it again. Do it this way, because that's all right. Let's bring it back in. Again, we're just looking at the moons, and there's many more moons in this. Oh, look at that. Okay, let me do this. Let's increase the gain, or the time, I should say, that we're exposing. Let's bring that time up to 4 seconds. Now we're not doing any stacking here. We're just doing a live views.
You can see at
Okay.
least 3 of them now.
That's right. 4 actually. There's one right at the very edge of the ring.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Give me a
Now,
minute
let's
and
see
I'll
if we do this.
tell you what they are. When we see Titan there, folks, that's bigger than the planet Mercury.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's a
see
big moon.
1 or 2 to the left of the rings, and the bright thing below Titan is probably a star.
Let's find out. Okay, let's do this. See, we're reversed right now. But that's still Titan. Let's see, if I want to do that right, it'd be like that. Or is it wrong? Hold on, let me see if let's do this.
One
Yeah,
of my links.
That's correct. That's correct. So now you see Titan in the same way that we see it over here. Let's bring it back. There you go. All right, so let's center it up. There we go. The Titan's down there. Titan's down there.
Okay. On the left, that's Titan on the right. And then...
This is Titan. Titan's on the left here.
Well, yes, sorry. The orientation actually matches Shallow Sky Saturn. Titan out to the left of the rings, then Dione, Rhea, and Tethys closest to the rings. Might actually be touching the rings. Enceladus is, from our point of view, to the right of the rings. It looks like there's actually two moons there, and then Hyperion farther out. Titan, Dione, Rhea, and Tethys to the left, though.
Yeah, it's like you said. Titan, Dione, Rhea, and Tethys. Titan, Dione, Rhea, and Tethys is probably lost in the glare here. And then on the right side, Enceladus is probably the brightest one to be seen out here. But I think... let's see if we can focus this too. We might need a little focus here.
It might be Iapetus just to the left of Enceladus.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're absolutely right. Okay, let's do this.
What?
I'm focusing.
Next to Enceladus?
No, I'm going to do another focus is what I'm saying. Okay.
You said I was absolutely right about something.
Yeah, about Enceladus. You can see it right there.
Yes, and then actually, and there's another one just immediately to the left of Enceladus. I suspect that's Iapetus.
I see that. Yeah, I see that. Let's.
I think they showed that on the Stellarium.
Enceladus and Mimas.
Oh, okay, Mimas.
Yeah, that's Mimas. Cool. Very nice. So we see Mimas. Okay, now as far as I gotta get this, I want to try and get this focus exactly right. You know, we're playing with sky conditions too, which, you know, are pretty good. Okay, now let's do this. Oh, yeah. You know what? Best way to do it is to kind of bring this down. Bring it down to here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Titan looks interesting. And let's try and bring in some focus to this.
Titan is actually bigger than the planet Mercury.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably going to be a little better. Okay, I know what the problem was. I should be doing a 1 second exposure here so that I get this updated much quicker. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to move this over. Brighten up a few things. Okay, and now how about if I go totally up there? Oh, really cool. Well, just now we actually see the separation between Mimas and Enceladus. Okay, so we have Titan, Dione, and then we have, what was this?
Rhea, I believe, and then the one really close to the left edge of the ring is Tethys.
You can see Tethys here. It's actually pretty obviously separate from the ring. It's bluish compared to the ring's yellowish. Let's try and get another, let's get a nice view. We're at a very high gain right now. Let's turn the gain down low and see if that helps us at all. Not really. Interesting, though. Well, let's now let's go back down to our let's go to 150 milliseconds, basically. And what?
I just posted a link. That is called Shallow Sky Saturn or Saturn Satellite. That will show you the names of the satellites and their positions at any time if you want to save that.
Oh,
There's
cool.
also Shallow Sky Jupiter, which will show you which of Jupiter's satellites are which at any time, and the red spot when it's up.
Oh, that's neat. Let's see if we can get another shot of this. It might be too bright. Yeah, too bright. All right, let's come back. We had a couple of good shots, though. Let me drop this down. I'll do one more little drop. Now I will do this again. Oh, look at that. You can see the rings crossing right in front. It was there. Let's increase the exposure slightly. Double the exposure. And reset the stack. There we go. Look at that. You see some bright line right across.
Yeah, I just see that. It's funny how different.
Near the edge on.
Yep. Saturn looks very different in the eyepiece than it does in camera images. Yeah. Whenever I look at it, it looks like a big fried egg. Saturn is the yolk in the egg. It's kind of a yellow browny color. And the rings are white, China white.
In part. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
It looks like a big fried egg. That's a line from Everything You Know Is Wrong by Firesign Theater. That's when the aliens show it. Have you ever heard that? Everything You Know Is Wrong by Firesign Theater. It very much reminds me of KGRA, and maybe even Bill New York Skywatcher. He's the guy running the station. What they talk about are UFOs and dogs flew spaceships, and I forget what all. Aztecs invented the vacation, if I remember right. They talk about some pretty crazy things.
Yeah, there's one show on there, though, that talks all about astronomy and just astronomy. Yes, I'm talking about Sky Tour Radio. Okay. Oops, sorry. All right, let's actually take a 12-second shot. It's going to be really, really bright. But I want to take a 12-second shot of this region. First things first, too, I want to see if we can grab a guide star in here. There's not many to choose from, but I bet you we'll get one. Absolutely. Okay. So let's do this now. And now we're guiding. What I'm going to do is I'm going to live stack a 12-second shot of this area. And we're going to color correct it. And then do a quick processing. So you can kind of see the region that Saturn's is sitting in right now. Mm. There's very few stars here. You know? Oh, wait. That's not true. Now we'll see something different. Yeah, sorry. That's my warning that we're off our guiding, but we're okay. So we'll clear this stack and start again. So we'll do 12 seconds at the proper gain, and then we'll be good. Why are you saying that? You're guiding fine. You were. All right. Oh,
When
you know
we
what?
look
I
at
forgot. We might have some wind out there.
when
Go
we
ahead.
look at Saturn, there, it's about 1 billion miles away. When we
Yeah.
look at Jupiter, it's what, 400 million miles away.
Yeah,
So
5
it's
astronomical units.
yeah. So
5.2.
Saturn is 2.5 times farther away than Jupiter is.
Yeah.
If you
think
ever
about
read the
fact
book,
that- what?
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if you ever think about the fact that we're looking at Saturn and we're considering that we see hydrothermal vents on Enceladus. I mean that's pretty interesting because that implies that we might actually have life under the ice potentially on Enceladus. Microbial, but still life.
Who knows?
Yeah. So what were you gonna say?
If you ever read the book 2001: A Space Odyssey, not just seen the movie, Arthur C. Clarke, famous sci-fi author, wrote it, and he worked with Kubrick on the movie. In the book, in the movie, they went to Jupiter in the spaceship Discovery. In the book, they went to the planet Saturn, much farther out, and Clark really gave a good feel for how far away and how all alone they were out there when Hal started acting up.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah.
Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal. Dave, stop. Stop, Dave. Remember when he's pulling his computer core?
Yes.
Would you like to hear me sing a song? Yes, Hal, sing a song. Daisy Daisy. Yep, that is pretty cool. All right. Well, these photos are up there, so you can check it out. And I think we're going to go now. I'm going to back out of here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Sculptor Galaxy, which is now southeast. It's kind of low still, but it's still here. It might be okay. Let's give it a try, shall we?
Sure.
All right. So here we go. Let's see what
If
happens.
Sculptor Galaxy wasn't so far south, it would be about as well known as the Andromeda Galaxy is in the northern sky. It's a big,
Yes.
beautiful spiral galaxy. They call it, as Stellarium said, the Silver Dollar Galaxy or the Silver Coin Galaxy.
Yeah.
Beautiful object.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do... I'm going to 1 second here. All right. Okay, did we get to where we wanted to go? Oh, yeah, well, it says so. So let's go make sure that it can find that, because I don't know if it's in here or not. It might be. Well, we should probably take an image anyway, just to see, because that might be one of these two. I have to see. Let's do just a 10-second shot. That's enough to show us. And that'll make us quick enough. Telescope is looking back past. There it is. It's right up there. Wow, that's gonna be big. Very nice. Okay, let's go back to 1 second here, because then we'll bring this back in. I figured we were close. All right. Holy cow, that was pretty cool. Oh yeah. This is the first time for this telescope with this. We haven't seen the Sculptor Galaxy with this telescope either.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if it's bigger than the field. We're gonna find out. Okay, let's center it up. All right, you see it there. And let's bring the gain way up. Yeah, there it is. So the gain is super high right now, but that's enough just to be able to see this.
This is
There we go,
NGC
look at that.
253, isn't it?
I believe it is.
I think so.
Okay.
It's one of the earlier objects that Herschel found.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is beautiful. So what we're going to do now is, I think the focus is still good. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 25-second photo of this. And first things first, we're going to go get some guide stars. Okay. I see very few, but I'm going to draw them out with this. There we go. So now we're probably going to get just one of those two in there. Yeah, good. All right. So here we go. We're off and guiding, and hopefully the wind doesn't bother us too much. Okay. So we're doing 25-second photos. And this is the Sculptor Galaxy for the first time we've ever seen it. I want to say hi to James Dugan, who's joining us. Hey, James. Michael Hedrick is with us. Good to see you. I didn't make an announcement. Sorry. I figured I would just go for it. Mundus is with us. Hey, Mundus Finite. How are you? Yeah. And I just think that's pretty cool. Lori at LDP. I asked what LDP was. And I don't know. Oh, look at this. Wow.
Huh.
This is going to be really pretty.
As I said before, I really like the red sensitivity on this camera, or the filter combination, or whatever is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's much redder than the other cameras I've seen you use.
Yeah. The 295 MC Pro is not nearly as good as this camera. This is still in the field. It's just down low.
Huh.
Wow, that's really pretty. And I'm gonna pull this midline down, and we'll bring it up as we get more detail, and we can remove the noise. Because as we remove the noise, look what we see. We see a tremendous amount of detail in there. So if I go here and do this, it knows what it is, and we're going to take the Sculptor Galaxy and make that our target name. So far we've done the Helix and the Sculptor Galaxy. It's really pretty. And the more we get, the more detailed this will be. Man, this is just the first time, guys. This is the first time we've seen this with this telescope. Holy cow. Wow. Lori, sorry I missed that. You said old music production company. Okay. Well, it's good to have you with us, Lori. Where are you from? Where are you watching from? And Dean Bustador is with us. Hey, Dean.
This
And then
view,
Donald Kunzer, the rest of the sentence was, use the others together, use them in peace, something like that. Go ahead, Daryl.
for all mankind.
Oh yeah.
Uh, this is a classic example of what we so often see in spiral galaxies. I mean, it looks red in the middle. Uh, Generally, it's when you get into the center of big old spiral galaxies like this, you see yellower stars near the center, and then out around the sides, the edges of the spirals, they're bluer stars, younger bluer stars. Older stars are in the center of the galaxy.
Yeah. You can see the blue on the outer reaches here. Uh, these are the younger star forming regions of the galaxy here in the spiral arms. And when we see the older stars near the nucleus, that says something about their formation. Those stars were there first, and as they matured, they began to move off the main sequence, and some of them went to red giants. But in the spiral arms, these guys sometimes last only a few million years, maybe 3 to 5 million years if they're really massive. And after that, they no longer can they can no longer stay viable, and they usually go supernova. There's a lot of reasons for that, which we tend to talk about.
Lori, it's not near Cassiopeia. This is way down in the southern sky. Cassiopeia is up in the northern sky.
Yeah, we're at the opposite end of the sky right now.
Lance Gould has a question of you. There are some really remarkable looking star formation regions or star clusters or something in those arms.
I know.
There's a real bright one to the lower right of the nucleus, right there. Right there.
Yeah.
And there's some over to the upper left of the nucleus, closer,
Yeah.
and
Right
some
there.
farther out. Yep. Some farther out, some way out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark dust in this particular galaxy, guys. David Netz, how are you? Nice to see you. Lance Gold, nice to see you. Strange question, he says. But are you able to take SEDs or SEDs of a star with your equipment? No. This telescope is not able to do that. What we're going to be able to do is we're working on another system to put in this building that will allow us to actually do spectrograph work. Because I did a lot of spectral work, and I'm very, very good at figuring out what the spectral types are of things by looking at them with their spectra, and then we'll be able to look at supernovae and other things like that. But spectral work is where we're going to go. We don't do photometry. I know that there's some folks that would like us to do photometry, and we want to, we'd love to, but unfortunately that's not something we can do at the moment. We are ordering and going to bring in a spectrograph thanks to a small grant from Asterion Foundation, right over there on the lower right, over here. Okay, Asterion Foundation granted us the money for a spectrograph, and we're in the process of getting everything straightened out for that. We need a telescope, and I'm going to outfit everything here and get it all running perfectly here, and then send it out to this building that we're working out of tonight. Look how much nicer this is looking with 15 stacked objects here, huh?
Yeah.
We've got 16 and we have no rejections. See that right there? No rejections. That's cool. Boy, this telescope, unlike the other one in the Sonoran Desert, this one is a narrow field. And we have more pixels in a narrow field, so we see more detail, as you can see. On this telescope over here, it's a wide field system. It's not running right now. When we have it running, this same object right here that we see is literally, and I can actually just minimize it, it's about this big on the screen. maybe a little smaller. That's how big it is. But in this telescope, we can actually zoom in way more and see a lot more because we have the ability to see all the detail in here. Mr. Django, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Jessica S is with us. How are you, Jess? Nice to see you.
Yeah, as the image builds, that star cluster area thingy at 4 o'clock is really standing out.
This one? Or this one?
That one.
That's the one, yeah. I think I might even see some red nebula associated with this, but that may not be exactly true. These bright red dots, the very, very bright red dots, which are almost pure red, these are errant pixels. And when I process these images, one of the things I put them through is a pixel filter which gets rid of them. So with one click, I get rid of all the errant pixels of any color that don't belong in an image. I write Photoshop actions, which helps me to determine what I can do with an image. We can't even get this whole galaxy in here because the field is so precise. All right, let's see if we can work on this a little bit. There we go. And I'll move it down a little bit to see if we can. Let's go into enhancement first. Let's turn off the unsharp mask. Let's see what that does. Well, that kind of helps, doesn't it? It helps to see some of the data. Now what's neat is, if we rotated this 180 degrees, then we're going to be looking down on a perspective angle down onto the galaxy. Or from this perspective, we're looking up from the bottom of the galaxy. So it's pretty interesting that we have that consideration, right? Because we're looking at it from this very position on Earth. Let me...
Are you saying we're looking at it slightly from below?
Well, or if we flip our heads upside down, it's slightly from above. Right? I mean, we don't necessarily have the answer as to what way we're looking at it. We don't know if we're below or above. There is no up or down in space, but we do know that we're at a off-center perspective, which is, of course, what you and I always knew anyway. Hey, Proficient. Thank you for the compliments. He says, looks amazing. Fantastic. Proficient Epic 300. That's really pretty. Yeah, so coming back here. All right, let's see if we can. This is with 26 images. I also noticed that we're having a little bit more water vapor in the air out there lately in the Benson telescope. So that is responsible for just a bit of a color shift on our images. But look at this beautiful, like, by the way, just look at this dark lane coming around. Look at that, huh? That is just so gorgeous. Let me see if we can actually increase some of the sharpening to pull more detail out. Oh, look at that.
Sculptor is a starburst galaxy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because the red center.
You know, it's experiencing intense star formation right now.
Yeah.
And Caroline Herschel discovered Indice 253. Herschel's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? There was William, there was Caroline, and then John, who I think was the son.
Mm-hmm. Wow. We're going to go to 30 on this. This is beautiful. I can't wait to process this. If you guys want to, like I said, join us for free, you'll get this picture you see right here for free. But if you want a fully processed one, you might want to consider joining our Patreon. And at different Patreon levels, you get the finished processed images, which I spend a significant amount of time per image to get them in frame quality and large picture quality condition. And so that said, you can also go to skytourlive.org, and if you want to get not just cool pictures, get these pictures live that we've taken, you can actually go to the art gallery and download, or not download, but buy images under glass, on canvas, on frames, framed under glass, matted, wall mount pictures, and on metal as well. If you like metal, metal prints are very dramatic. They are the most expensive though. So if you want to do that, those are available to you as well. All that's available from skytourlive.org, our portal. We are a non-profit organization. I take nothing for what I do, by the way. I do not even take a salary for this. Okay, this you do for the love. You don't do this for the salary. Looking in the other observatory really quick, you can see our sky currently. It's the same one as in Benson. I don't need that open. All right. The moon is 32 degrees below the horizon right now, so we still got plenty of time. All right. So this is really pretty.
There is a good image from the VLT of NDC 253. What we see is the upper part here, where you see the dark clouds across the edge of the galaxy. That certainly appears to be closer in the VLT image. Therefore, we are looking from underneath.
Okay.
For whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
If you've seen us show 4565 before in the spring sky, the Needle Galaxy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is like that, but it's not quite as edge-on as the Needle Galaxy is, but you see the same sort of thing happening.
Yeah. This is a happening galaxy, let me tell you. I bet you there's a lot of civilizations in this galaxy. It's been around for a long time. Okay, at 36 exposures, I'm going to save it again. And save it exactly as seen. Alright, once again, if you come in, this is the image. If you get it, this is the image you can download directly. Boom, bada bing. And you're free to zoom in on it and look at it. And when we fully process it, we get rid of all this noise and we make it far nicer looking. But this noise is because we're at 250 gain out of 600. And I prefer that. So this, if we actually slide this down, usually we slide this down to the point where the noise goes away, kind of like that. And now, all right, if we zoom in, you'll see that it looks better. You don't see a lot of that noise, and details are more available to you. We also get rid of the sharpening that we put in there. Okay, and it kind of softens things up a little. And we're removing the color noise too. So if we don't remove the color noise, when you have a lot of frames, it's pretty much self-removed. But we leave this on to help with the final tweaking. And the unsharp mask is actually how we see the solid details inside. Yeah, the Sculptor Galaxy is a famous galaxy for what's going on within it.
Michael has a question.
Okay. And it's also close to us. It's only 11.6 million light years away.
Yeah.
Michael has a question. That's Michael Hedrick. He says, why is the speed of light not faster, and would anything change if it was? Actually, if the speed of light was faster for some reason, then everything would change. Our size of the galaxy would change. The size of the universe would change. How reddened objects are when they're moving further away with the Doppler shift, the cosmological Doppler shift we see. Interstellar reddening would change. Almost every single tenet we have would change in a direction that would favor the faster speed of light. So that is what would change, on top of quite a few of other things in physics and so forth. Einstein's equations would have to change. We'd have to consider that masses might be able to move 186,283 miles an hour, which is a mile an hour more than the speed of light, etc. So a lot could change. But that's a very good way to think about it. And Blue Whale Studio is with us. Hello there. I'm not late for once. No, you're not. We're actually going to look at another object or two. So good to see you, man. I use Blender myself, actually. Not for these galaxies, though.
Michael, sometimes the speed of light is called the speed of causality. That is the speed at which things can change, or they can't change any faster than the speed of light. Causality being the why and wherefore of things happening.
Yeah. Dave Netz says, what is the bright red object to the left of the two bright stars, white stars on the left side? You talking about these bright objects, Dave? I mentioned
he's
before.
talking about the center of the galaxy.
Well, he says to the left of two bright stars. If they're talking about the center of the galaxy, as Daryl mentioned, this is a starburst galaxy, so this is likely a hydrogen emission region. So what we call H2 region, or HII possibly.
Oh, he does say to the left of the two bright stars on the left side, so
On the left side.
maybe he is talking about that hot pixel out there.
Yeah, these are hot pixels, David. We got several of them here. And unfortunately, hot pixels happen. Let's see here. We got one. Let's see. We have one here. One here. Tell me if any of these are the ones you're talking about, David. And then we got these down here.
He says below the galaxy.
Below the galaxy.
Left below the galaxy.
Left below the...
Maybe it's that one there.
Yeah. Are you talking about any of the hot pixels, Dave? He'll let us know. All right. That's correct, Blue Whale. H2 is singly ionized hydrogen. We got to remember that, and when we say H2, we mean Roman numeral 2. Roman numeral 1 is every atom in the periodic table naturally when it has all its electrons. That's called the base state, and which I think you're talking about, of course. And so we don't usually say H1 when we mean just hydrogen. We leave off the Roman numeral 1. All right. So if we say, H2O is not hydrogen 1 with 2 oxygens, it is, but we don't say it that way. It's just H2O, 2 hydrogens and an oxygen for water. But when we ionize hydrogen, which only has 1 electron, ionization is the electron being bounced off the atom because it absorbs energy from a nearby ultraviolet energy source or X-ray source. And so when the electron bounces off the atom, it's an ionized hydrogen atom, and so it's not H Roman numeral 1 anymore, it's H Roman numeral 2. That's the notation. So a singly ionized atom of any kind is going to have a Roman numeral 2. All right, and the doubly ionized will be the Roman numeral 3, so 3 III. So for instance, oxygen, O3, is doubly ionized oxygen, not triply ionized oxygen.
Missing 2 electrons.
Yep. Momentarily. I'm using this luminance only thing here because you'll notice the luminance is this bright part of the galaxy. So if I hit luminance only, it actually further refines the galactic image. So this is gorgeous. Go ahead, Daryl. What were you saying?
I have an idea for maybe something to look at next. 1 or 2 things.
All right. Well, we're done with this.
Okay. How much longer are you going to be streaming?
Depends. What do you want to see?
Go to Stellarium for a minute.
All right. Let me just get this ready up here. Okay, we're in our low light mode. Let's come back into Stellarium. Let's back out. Where do you want to go? We're kind of low to the horizon here.
That's what I was afraid of. The far end of Cetus the Whale there. The eastern end of Cetus the Whale. Is that too low? Was wondering about...
and the Pleiades is up.
Messier 77.
Oh. Is that right here?
It's in that area there. There's Menkar.
Yeah, this is Messier 77.
That's the head end of the whale. There's 77. We've never looked at it with this telescope. I know we looked at it in the past. It's a nice spiral galaxy. This camera and scope combination might actually give us a better view than we've seen a bit before, if it's not too low.
It's 24 degrees above the horizon or so. 23. All right, let's give it a try, shall we?
Okay.
All right. Watch the telescope move here. There it goes. Looks like it's going to do a... Is it going to roll over? Or is it looking now? I think right where it wants to be.
You see the star Menkar there near the left-hand edge of the Stellarium view.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before. That would be the star that Ricardo Montalban was stranded orbiting in, going back to the TV show, but also in...
Cock!
Khan! Also in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
It's a CD Alpha.
City Alpha.
Menkar.
City Alpha 5.
Or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Menkar just always struck me as a very Star Trek kind of name.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's go to this star. And let's get here. And let's see if we can identify that star, and then we can actually do a solid on getting this galaxy. Let's try again. Not enough stars. Okay. How's it going? All right. First things first. Let's do a 5-second exposure. And then the 5-second exposure. Now let's see if we can do this and plate solve and resync to that star, and then we'll good. See, more stars works better. Okay, there it is. All right, and now we can say that that's where we are.
Al-Kaf, Al-Jidma 3.
Jidma 3, yeah. All right, so now we'll center it in the view, and it'll move it slightly, and then we'll come over here, and so that's this star here, and we'll just tell it that's where we want to be. So we're aligned with that star now, which is fine. And now what we'll do is go find this galaxy, and it should jump right in. Here we are, and here we go. It should be right here. That's it right there.
Yep.
Tiny thing, isn't it? Is it really tiny?
Well, it was big enough for Messier or one of his fellow astronomers to see it.
All right. Well, we're going to try this and see what we get.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if you'll pick up more when you do some stacking. It was small in the Sedona telescope.
I mean the
Quite small.
Sonoran.
Excuse me, Sonoran telescope.
You know, the skies in Sedona are actually not that good for astronomy. We're going to do 25 seconds.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do 25 seconds here. And we're using the correct filter. We have several filters here, including a spectral filter. The UHCS is our day-to-day. Radiant is a narrow band for special projects. Then we have a dark for getting calibration frames, and just open without anything. So we're going to live stack now and get rid of this over processing, and let's see what it looks like. Oh, well, I guess we should have started doing this. That was wrong. I needed to I needed to start guiding. I had not guided. Should have guided. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, okay, we'll see more detail once we get it. Okay. Alright, so we're guiding now, so I'm going to clear it and start again. This is showing, so we'll show more detail.
Yeah.
Weird galaxy though. It's not quite clear though. I gotta let the guiding head to calm down a bit. We might be getting a little wind. If you notice the scope guys sticking up there, it's like a flag, so it can get buffeted by wind, and these are very sensitive. That's better. Look at that. That's good detail. Nice. So let's do this. Let's move our black level up our average curve, which is the white one. Look at the detail. That's neat.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna take this. We're gonna drop it down lower.
See some very distinct dark lanes in that thing.
Yeah, right there, huh? That's
Looks
interesting.
almost like an eye.
It does.
Um,
We're looking almost directly east right now. We're looking kind of east.
mhm. Oh, Cetus is a big constellation.
Ooh, yeah.
From Difta there, Deneb we saw earlier near Sculptor Galaxy. That's the tail of the whale. And then when you move all the way over here,
Mm.
a little farther to Menkar, that star we talked about,
Yeah.
that's the head of the whale. That runs all the way over almost to Taurus.
No.
Cetus is a large constellation.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. This looks like part of this galaxy's arm. Is this like an arm that comes all the way around like this, and then went out
Looks
like
like
this?
looks like it.
Fascinating. Wow. We gotta tease that out, folks. Let's try and do that. By the way, for those of you that may not realize, I'm in Connecticut, and the telescopes are out in Arizona, and I'm running them from Connecticut. So
I'm
again,
in Colorado.
and you're in Colorado, that's right. So if you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe to us. It's free. You can get these pictures and so forth, and then you have an option of joining our Patreon to get better pictures. You can go to our store and get many of these objects that we take on all kinds of clothing and things like blankets and rugs and lamps. Really, really cool. A lot of really nice quality stuff. I look at samples of everything that we offer there, because I won't put out junk. Yeah. And if you guys want to go to our store up there, and it's called the Sky Tour Shop on Etsy up there. And the Patreon membership is growing. We love it. We need more people to help us out. Anywhere from $5 a month to $200 a month. We have people in all those tiers. It costs a lot. I mean, I don't want to be a telethon here, but this building here costs us, to keep this building, costs us $1,200 every 3 months. And
Holy cow.
it is $400 a month, which is literally the best price out there for pier rental, like we're doing now. Telescope's ours. Okay, the company owns the telescope. Donated by someone who lives in Benson now. He used to live in Minnesota, and just moved to Benson to be closer to his telescope. Well, closer to the telescope he donated to us. Well, he gave us the money to buy the telescope. And then, so we could definitely use the support. We also, you see up there, you'll see right there, you know what that is? That's Starlink. The internet has been out at the observatory location on and off for the last couple of weeks, but not for us, because we also pay $120 a month for Starlink. Okay, and over at the other site, well, we're paying $120 a month for this as well. This building we're not leasing though, because this building we built from the ground up. All right, so and it's a green observatory. We're using solar panels from the owner of the land to actually do what we're doing there. So, but this telescope here, this is a new venture for us, because we're on a mountaintop with 9 other professional astronomers, maybe 10 or 11 now, and they all have their own observatories, which are little cubes where the roofs roll off like this one. And we managed to get one of those cubes. There's none left for anybody to rent now, because we got the last one. We are building 0 on the mountain, which is kind of cool. Patient 0, I guess. Look at the detail. This is coming out nice. So think about it. Think about it. Support us. And if you want to do the Patreon, you can go to skytourlive.org here, and you can see, they'll see a donate, and you can just donate any amount you want to help us out. Because this is not a cheap venture, but And again, I don't make money on this. I don't take any money. I just want to bring you the best streaming experience of the universe that's live. No one else streams you the universe and then gives you the photos you just saw and just took. Nobody. We're going to go to 15 here and then I'll save this. I got Measure 77 up there. Look at that. Let me zoom in on that. What do you think?
I was just about to say.
Yeah, oh, look at that. Look
There's
at
a
the
lot
detail.
going on in there. Yeah.
There is. I'm going to pull this mid-level down to drop away some of this noise again. Wow. Pull it right here. Look at this little tiny piece of the spiral arm. And this is definitely a spiral arm out here.
You got something really bright there at the
Right
4:30. Yes.
Yeah, it looks blue.
It looks like it is in the galaxy.
Yeah, it looks like a OB association, hot O B stars maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I
That's
assume
beautiful. Yeah. Wow, that's really something. That's really, really pretty. Let's do this. Let's get that centered up. There you go. Let's color correct and see if we can get something else out of this. Well, look at that. Color correction. Do you see this faint halo at all? Well, there's one here. It's interesting.
I see
look at-
some.
Go ahead.
I see faint stuff down from that bright OB we saw, sweeping down and away from the galaxy, down to past 6 o'clock there.
Right here?
Yes.
Yeah. If you notice this, let me come in here and try just pumping this up a bit. You can look at this and see how the spiral arms in here, this dark dust has split off. And we see this nucleus kind of looks like the Black Eye Galaxy in a way. But then we have this dark chocolate brown dust coming around this side here. Very complex galaxy. Now, Measure 77, let's take a look at the data on Measure 77. Yeah, Measure 77 is about 46 million, actually 47 million light years away. So it's pretty far away. So this telescope is showing you a galaxy that the light you see now left 47 million years ago. That's pretty impressive. Wow. Genghis is with us. Hey Genghis, how you doing? Rodney Cox, how are you? Rodney Cox says, seen anything moving yet? You know what's funny? Tonight, we haven't had any satellites pass through our imagery. But then again, we're working at latitudes that don't normally show them. If we were around the celestial equator, we would have seen many of them. Michael Hendricks says, can we look at Betelgeuse? Yeah, when it comes up. Actually, let me come over here and see. Betelgeuse is not up yet. Taurus is up. We could look at the Pleiades, maybe. You know? So we can try that.
Yeah.
Alright, let me back out of this here. Wow, look
You're
at
only
that.
gonna.
Really something.
Yeah. You're only gonna fit part of the Pleiades in that field of view.
That's right. But let's think about another object we might want to look at. You can't see the crab. It's too low right now. But this is beautiful, guys. So this is Measure 77. And just as a final piece here, I'm going to put that in there. Okay. And go like this. All right. And we're going to say, save the image with the annotations.
We have seen M77 before, but this is by far the best look we've had at it.
Oh yeah, this is a better view because this is more pixels and a larger field size. Smaller field size, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost doubled the amount of pixels, and we're down to like a fraction of the size of the field we had before. In fact, our field of view is here. If we bring up our view, we're looking at 19, just about 20 arc minutes across. And let's get out of this. 20 arc minutes across. And where are we? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get in there to see it. Oh, yeah, 19.84 by 19.8. It's square. So 20 arc minutes by 20 arc minutes. And if you want to know what an arc minute is, it's about the size, just a little bit bigger than this galaxy we're looking at. Very cool. Nice. And that halo is the galaxy is much bigger than we're seeing here. Okay. Now, let's save one more time, because why not? All right. And now we can actually move on to the next item. Let's go back to our low light mode here. All right, there we are. Okay, let's pull this down a little bit. There we are. Now over here, if we back out of this, we have a few other things here. We have this galaxy, and you see 1055.
Well, it looks interesting.
Let's try that. It is right nearby. So, and we should see, there's the 3 stars, so the galaxy is literally right there. It's perfectly centered. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do another shot, but this we're going to do for 30 seconds at a clip. All right, it'll be 30 seconds to commence after we get our guide star. All right, there we are. And guide star acquired. Just make it a little more visible. I'll do this. This is for us. The camera sees something different. All right. Let's see. Okay, so it's guiding on that now. I'm going to drop this down a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. So now we're doing a 30-second shot here. So in our live stack, then, we are, well, I almost did something disastrous. My foot almost pulled the plug on the computer. I tell you, you can dress me up, but you can't take me out. Okay, let's wait and see what we get here. This will be the first time seeing this galaxy. Oh, it's there. Look at that. It's very, very tiny. It's not very bright. But then again, let's make sure that we're showing it as best as we can.
Looks like there's actually a dark lane running across the upper part of it.
Yeah, there is one in this galaxy. It's got a central, it has a central dark lane. That's interesting. I don't know if it's going to keep my attention. See, here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, this again, just so you know, guys, this is one of those. This is one of those objects where we'd probably have to take a 3-minute frame, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and stack those. So we're not going to get a whole lot out of this one. So maybe at some point we'll come back to it, but I'm not going to wait to see minimally what's here. So we'll move to another object to keep the evening flowing and exciting. All right, what else do we have now? Let's see. That's low. If we go high here,
And 33.
Yeah, we got Messier 33. We have the Triangulum Galaxy. Now that is a galaxy. That's a galaxy. Yeah. And it's very high, so it might look very good. This is an example of one of those galaxies that you never get tired of looking at. And you'll see why. You'll see why. Well, provided we can actually see it. Yeah, let's see. Is it in here yet? Oops, that's the wrong thing. Actually, let me try that. I want to try something. Okay. I was seeing if I had a possible shortcut to like a quick view. All right. Now, let's see if it knows. I mean, the telescope is actually accurately mounted. Okay, that's not the problem. Let me see if we've got enough stars for this. Yeah, okay. So it's going to now resync on Messier 33, which will be dead center here. So it must be right there. So it was already there. Okay, let's do a 25-second photo. All right. And first things first, let's come in and grab our guide star. There we go. That's a bright star. I mean, I could specify what I want it for a bright star, but that looks okay. Okay. And off we go. We're going to drop out of our low light mode, get into our deep sky mode. Hope you guys are having some fun tonight. It seems like we're having fun here. Oh, there it is. Let's bring that up. Now, it doesn't look like much now, only because our dark level is way to the right of the curve. The rate of the... So we do this, watch. Oh, yeah. Now we're bringing out stuff. Yeah. And we have up here, we have NGC 604 right here, I believe. Yeah, it's really pretty. And let's color correct. There we go. Nice. Ooh-wee. Alright, let's bring in our midline and brighten up the detail that's soft in here.
You were saying NGC 604 to the upper right of the nucleus?
No. I thought 604 is here. That's a different one.
Oh, that's what I always thought. Sure is red, though, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's actually... I'll show you. Because... Actually, 604 might be just outside the view. Let me go look. Alright, let's go look here. See, I think it's this guy that we're looking at right now. 604 might be just
Lower left. Yeah, 604.
yeah. And remember, it's upside down. So technically, this should be at the lower right. Or is this reversed? Yeah. I've got no... Wait. Let's get this orientation right once and for all. Alright, we're here. This is just about where we are. And we're definitely looking at this. And it should be at the bottom. Yeah, we're still guiding. It should be at the bottom. And right now, we're seeing it here.
So that is 604.
I don't know. I think it's this one. 604 is here.
Oh, so 604 right there.
Yeah, right here.
There.
This is
to the lower left.
Yes, and which would be to the right if this was oriented right, but it's not. Okay, we've got this. That bright star should be just below the nucleus. Okay, and it's above. So maybe what I have to do, if I flip it vertically, let's see what that does. That may screw me up. Let's find out. Let's see if it flips it after it takes the picture. I may have to go find my own guide star. Okay, it doesn't flip the picture right away. Okay, I'm gonna stop this and tell it to go grab that star and guide on that. See, the arms are going this way and this way. So they're going up and to the left. So they're going the right direction, but a 604 is very obvious, so I think it's out of the view right now. I think we're looking at NGC 595 right here. I think that's this right here. 604 is out in the arms. I think it's out here, so to speak. But it's sort of in the wrong place. It might be down here, actually.
I was
Gotta get
thinking other thing with 604 just because it's so big and red. I
Yeah,
realize
but
the orientation is off.
it's in the wrong place, though, because you see we got an arm here, a spiral arm, and then it's right near the nucleus. Okay, here's the nucleus, and here's a spiral arm. So we've kind of got this spiral arm here. I mean, this looks beautiful, but I gotta stop it so we can actually figure out this orientation. Hate to do this, but I'm going to clear this and do this again. See, now it's down there, and that's in the wrong place. Oh no, wait, maybe it's not. Because right now it would be down in the bottom side. It's in the bottom, and NG604 will be.
The spiral is going the other way in your image compared to Stellarium.
Yeah. So what I need to do is maybe do this. do both. Flip it horizontally and vertically to get the orientation correct. So now we'll see it. This will probably be correct. That's my guess. So spiral's going to go that way. And NGC 604 is out here where it belongs. I should clear this, come back in, and move this over just a bit to prove all this. I need to prove all this. So we're going to move this over. That's the wrong way, Feldman. Okay. Alright. Now we'll come back in here. Do this. Okay, and guide. Okay. Let's just do a 20-second shot to show this. Then we'll increase. We will see this. JSCO, nice to see you. Lewis, how you doing, Lewis? Okay. That's there.
Oh, I mean, kind of looks like the bright thing to the lower left of the nucleus now. That's pretty much what the stellarium was showing you.
Yeah, let's go back and look here.
But I don't know.
I know. Let's see where this is. We're off center a little bit, but that's okay. That's not 604. 604 is outside the view right now.
All right. Margaret, just
Yeah, I think you said you could do something. Go ahead. This galaxy is so big, guys, that it's hard to actually put in everything. You know, if we get to NGC 604, you miss other parts of the galaxy, which are really cool. Which is unfortunate.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I bumped something. All right, pardon me for a couple minutes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Right back.
Let's do this again here. Color correction and move this down. Hey, we're seeing this stuff here as it was 2.8 million years ago, because that's how far away this galaxy is, about 2.8 million light years. So I like thinking about what was going on the planet Earth 2.8 billion years ago. And if you go look that up online, what was happening on Earth 2.8 million years ago, you can find out what was happening when the light you're seeing right here now left this galaxy for the first time that we just saw, and likely not many other people on the planet saw at the same exact time as you. Yeah, Blue Whale, we're zoomed in. I mean, I pick and choose. the things that I want to see in the galaxy. Especially in like the Andromeda Galaxy. That's a multi-pane shot, you know what I mean? This is the size of our field, and this is the size of the galaxy. Pick and choose, you know. Here's NGC 604 right here. Right, and it's outside our view. What we're looking at is NGC 599. Notice the writing's upside down, so literally, we turn our heads, and so this is down below, and so we can see it here down below. Right, and that puts NGC 604 outside the view to the right side here. It's out here actually, according to this. Wow. Huh. It's amazing to think that this entire field is filled with galaxy and planets from another location in the universe. So I'm doing this over processing just to see what else there is. Yeah. Oh, we rejected a frame. Oh yeah, look. That definitely wind. Very good. Yeah, GSCO did it. 2.8 million years ago, Earth was in the midst of a significant global cooling trend during the Pliocene epoch, which was a period of major revolutionary change for hominins in Africa. Hominins being our ancestors like Australopithecus afarensis, which lived 4.2 million years ago, otherwise known as Lucy. Yeah, and that was in Africa. So at that time, when we were in a cooling phase, and we're getting hominids in Africa showing some interesting changes, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Blue whale, or GSCO, talking about a warm room. Yeah, oh yeah, Dean is talking about that. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know what, Dean? Maybe that's why I decided to go warm room. I started with Wi-Fi, which you could do, and it's easy, and you could actually end up with a warm room where you're running your telescope outside with Wi-Fi. Hey, it can just be outside your window, pointing to where you want, but it could be literally 50 feet away, and the Wi-Fi will still work. I did it. I was at 75 feet. Then I decided to put a Wi-Fi link in the computer out there, and I ended up using the Wi-Fi link. And so I connected to it with Wi-Fi from in the house here where I am. This is when I was doing things in Connecticut. And then I actually went to a different setup. I ended up going with a remotely connecting product, which is another cost for us too, by the way. It's not TeamViewer. TeamViewer is way too expensive. And it allowed us to be able to do our imaging from wherever we were in the world. And I could actually control all the observatories from my phone if I wanted to. We currently have 2 observatories. One's in the Sonoran Desert, west of Phoenix by about 75 miles, maybe 80 miles. And the other one is down on the Benson Plateau, 220 miles southeast of the first one. So they're separated by quite a distance. Right now, one of our officers in our nonprofit is down there. That's Marianne, and she is in Benson right now. And she is down there. She actually put this third camera that you see with Glenn, who's helping us out. This is the third camera that we have. And it's, again, like the others, it's a pan and tilt. I can look it around. I can have it look up in the sky. What's it looking at up there? There's our Starlink right there. You can see our Starlink set up. When the internet is down, we still have internet, which is very important if the roof is open and the internet goes down. So yeah. So it's all helpful. So our monthly expenses. Hey, welcome back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to do some chores real quick. I didn't get done before the stream started.
Oh. Sorry. Hey, Marco. Marco says upvoted. Hey, I'm glad. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, guys. You know, I mean, the more we get, the better it works for the algorithm, as you always say. But it really does help us to get around and get, you know, if you upvote us, then YouTube says, hey, this must be worth showing. And so it shows it, and people start to see it, and as people start to see it all, and then they join us, you know. And that's important. Sally Port says, I don't know about everyone else, but I can't imagine life without STLS. That's funny, because that's what I say. I can't imagine life without STLS. I've always wanted to take astronomy on the road. I've always wanted to teach people what's over their heads in the skies that they just don't know is there. Always wanted to do that. And this here, this is the next best thing. It's like, Spock, this is the way. It's the only way. Okay, I'm going to go to 30 and stop here.
I did that 30 plus years ago to live audiences.
Yep.
The world has changed a lot.
Yeah, well, now we can hit audiences in every country.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to check this out. Oh, you know what? Why didn't I just annotate this? Hello. Yeah, see, this is 595. And notice that 604 is not in the image.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. I should have thought of doing this before. Sorry about that. Change the target name here. All right, M33. Save image with annotations. Yeah, why didn't I do that? See, yeah, 604 is not in the view. So I saved it with annotations, and now we're going to save it again. All right. All right, now, another place that I would like to go, and we're probably coming up on like the last object here, maybe, for the evening. All right, let's go see where it sits. What is that? That's not it, is it? Oh, a purchase card won't show very well here. Okay. Yeah, we can't. Oh, wait a minute. It's Taurus the Bull down there, and the Crab Nebula is way down here. Actually, up here. Right there. And it is literally only about 10 degrees above the horizon, so we're looking at it through a lot of air. So not tonight. We got to wait till later. California Nebula. Best in our wide view scope.
Yeah.
And let's see. We have a segment of the Heart Nebula we could do. It's 50 degrees up. That's pretty good. Or, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we could probably do this. This might be really pretty. Maybe do the fish head, which is part of it. So if we did that, you notice it would take up a lot of the view. It would actually be quite extensive. Let's try it out. Why not? It's gonna look almost. It's gonna look pretty high in the sky. First thing it's gonna do is it's gonna complain because I didn't turn off the guider. All right, so it should be here. And we're gonna do a 10-second photo. And then we'll be able to there we go. So we're in the vicinity. That's the fish head. All right. So what I'll do now is I'm going to reposition into a better location. Okay, so oh, that's right. I did change things. Yes. There we go. So this is the upper part of the Heart Nebula. It's a real beautiful area of hydrogen emission with some dark dust made in supernovae and in the outer atmospheres of red giant stars. And that's actually really, really pretty, the way it works together in their view. Okay, so this should be about right. So let's go and grab our image for guiding. There we go. Grab some stars. Bada bing, bada boom. This will be a good guide. Nice. All right. So now we're going to do a... we'll do 25 seconds to start. See how this works. It'll probably be fine. This is part of a greater complex. There's a lot of molecular clouds out here as well. We're very near some molecular clouds in this region. And we're going to, in low light mode, check them out. You'll see them very clearly. And like I said to you, it looks like there's bright lights on in there, but it's pitch black in there if you walked in. It's just the infrared light. Look at that, Daryl.
Uh-huh.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads. Fish heads, eat them up, yum. Remember that? Hi, little fish heads growing in my garden. I will water them. Now someone out there is going to look up the song Fish Heads and they're going to say, oh my gosh, he wasn't lying. And Sally, to answer your question, yes, one of our goals is to actually build a rolling observatory that we can take out to different locations in the country and showcase, even in brightly light polluted skies, objects like this, showing them just like this. because we can if we take the pictures with the correct filters. Even from a light polluted area, you'd see them. And that's exactly what we want to do. And, you know, I've already designed the telescope trailer. It would have self-leveling legs, and we'd be able to automatically align it like it has to be to the pole wherever we go in a matter of minutes. And then we could show scenes like this all night long. So that's the goal. That's one of the goals.
Yeah. I have an old book about amateur telescopes, and I've seen examples like that. People built way back, like the '60s or the early '70s.
Yeah.
And jacks to level it and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Roll the roof open and let people look through the telescope.
That's cool. Wow. Yeah, I did want to comment on Dean Bustador. He says, Edmund Scientific, baby. That's right. That round scope they used to have. That's like a 3-inch or 4-inch telescope. A reflector. I used to be the astronomer at a science center, and we bought a bunch of those for the kids, along with some 6-inch reflectors. We had a 14-inch telescope up there called the Tinsley telescope, and it was a 14-inch Cassegrain, not a Schmidt Cassegrain, no corrector plate, but just a Cassegrain. Yep.
The little round one was called an Astro Scan.
That's right, the Astro Scan, the red ball.
Yep.
Yeah. And of course it couldn't track anything, but the ball was kind of convenient because you could swing it all over the place. You know, spin the telescope so you could look out through the eyepiece. Pretty cool.
Variation on the so-called bowling ball amount.
That's right. This is looking pretty. Let's see if it targets this directly. It may not know the fish head. Oh, look at that, it does. Yeah, we'll call it, we'll say it's this one here. We'll set that target name, then I'm going to add after it up here in the space to put that, I'm going to put Fish Head Nebula. And that'll be how it appears on the site.
Such a different view in this telescope.
I know.
I see now right there on the left, that's the fish's lips. The dark area to the upper right of the lips is its eye. And then that dark, yes, then that dark curved line over on the right, that's the gills.
Yeah. And again, it's probably upside down. Let's look and see. Yeah, almost upside down, yeah. Yeah, we're actually, we're about here, actually. So if we do this and say do that, you know, we're, yeah, we're kind of. Whoa!
Excuse me, that one snuck up on me.
That was actually that was the best I've heard you enunciate in a long time. That was great. I mean, you couldn't have gotten closer to the achoo sound that everybody says a sneeze is.
Oh, well. Excuse me, folks. I'm sorry. It snuck up on me. I didn't have time to mute.
I wouldn't it wouldn't have been the same if you did. Yeah. The things I got from Edmund Scientific were the star charts, the Mag 5 Star Atlas. I don't know if any of you remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, that was my first atlas.
Mine
I
too.
wore
And then
out
they got,
I wore out
yeah,
two copies of the Mag 5 Atlas.
I have in the back room here about 5 of those. Then I got the
Those are-
Scaleney Pliso.
I have that one
Yeah.
from Czechoslovakia, if I remember right.
Yeah, Scaleney Pliso. And then from that, I got Tyrion's All Sky Atlas. I got Uranometria 2000, which was actually an interesting catalog and so forth. Then I got the NGC catalog as a series of printed cards that were about, I'd say, maybe 7 by 9 each. And each of these cards had, on the face of it, had the drawing of the object that it was. And then it had, on the back, it had all the description of the entire region and what you were doing. Now, they were all labeled too, but they were drawings. I had that. One thing I always wanted was the Magellanic Cloud Atlas. And everyone out there is going, these geeks, what are they talking about, these geeks? Well, the Magellanic Cloud Atlas was a photographic atlas from the Palomar Sky Survey and beyond, I think, a Southern Sky Survey as well. And they put together all the images and gave them to you as prints. And it was just so cool. And it was by the way, and it was all like this, or I'll show you. It was all like this. It was a negative. All right, so you could see all the stars very clearly. This doesn't do it justice, of course. And so, but that's pretty cool. That's what my astronomy was. And then, as a kid, not even as a kid, when I was in, oh man, had to be somewhere around when I was 15 to 18. I locked myself in my room at my house, and I had a sloped ceiling. It was flat at the top, and then it sloped down to the wall. It was a cape that had a dormer, so it was blown out, and it increased the size of the hole upstairs tremendously. Well, I had a beautiful canvas over my head, and I decided I'm going to put the night sky over my head, and I'm going to put every single star where it belongs, but I have to pick a location, and I have to pick a time. So I picked Connecticut. I picked Connecticut, and I picked the winter. No, I'm sorry, summer. So I had the summer Milky Way going over my head, and horizon to horizon, and I had all the stars as close to correctly places as I could put them. And I did, over the course of 2 days, I did about 3,000 to 4,000 stars. Now, again, that's way more stars than my sky could show. So I was putting a lot of other stars in that were down to fainter magnitudes. And I just worked away in grids all the way across the sky. And by the time I was done, I had a relatively accurate representation of the summertime sky. You could see the summer triangle with Altair, Vega, and Deneb. And you could see some of the fainter stars. Albireo was actually 2 stars, but they were so close together you couldn't see them unless you got up close, which imitated being in it with a telescope, for instance. So a lot, really cool stuff going on. North American Nebula was visible, but it was done with glow-in-the-dark paint. So what that means is that it was effectively black and white, like your eye would see it. And so I used diluted glow-in-the-dark paint to brush in little Milky Way and so forth, and to create the boundaries between nebulae and stuff. And I just went to town, and it was basically, I had all these brushes, I had all this glow-in-the-dark paint, and I just mixed up different batches. And I was working so long on trying to get one section done that one dish of the paint just dried. It's like, what the heck? And I had to go back and re-pour it, re-dilute it, and get it back to the same consistency. I remember that very clearly. So anyway, yes, I was that nuts. Wow.
It would be
Yeah.
nice if they updated the Mag 5 Star Atlas and reprinted it. It's been out of print for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to say that thing is like originally 1950s vintage. That book will teach you everything you need to know about astronomy.
It will.
A,
It will.
a good start, anyway.
I could probably put my hands on these Mag 5 Star Atlases. They're behind me in my storage area back here. And I know exactly where they are. I have them right near the American Association of Variable Star Observer catalogs. I have all of those stars too. That's the AAVSO catalog. Yet another star catalog. I have the Bonner Durkheimsprung, which is a German atlas. I have that. That one was, we used that to actually get some positions of stars prior to doing spectral type analysis. Astronomy isn't all pretty stuff, and beautiful stuff like this. A lot of this was working out distances to these stars. I worked in the parallax program for 4 years, studying nearby stars and calculating their distances, getting photographic plates that which we could actually calculate the distances, from the left side of our orbit to the right side of our orbit, and seeing the distance. So when you close your eyes and blink them, if the separation between your eyes is the Earth's orbit, your finger moves against the background as you blink your eyes back and forth. Well, if your finger's a nearby star and the background is the further stars, that shift between the background stars that are further away tells you how far away the star is. And so that's called parallax, stellar parallax. And I did that for 4 years. It was really incredible to see how the imagery that it took gave rise to all these amazing distances now to these stars. It's good to 300 light years or so. Nicholas Guerrero, how are you? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for coming out here. He said hi to you as well.
Yes, I said hi.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry. Oh, you didn't? You said hi.
I typed hi.
Okay. Very good. Now this kind of looks like a stunted horse face to me. Here's the mane. Here's an eye. He's closed with big eyelashes. Or this is the eye. The eye's closed with big eyelashes. Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
I almost see a dog's face in that.
I see it too.
That's his nose and lower jaw on the left, and
right here, the nose.
Yeah.
And lower lip, maybe.
Yes.
Collar. Ears.
The big round grayish area at upper right is his ear.
Yes.
And the dark band over on the right is his collar.
Yeah. Well, this is neat.
Looks almost like a pit bull.
I know it does, doesn't it? All right. So, as we get more data, we have 36 now. As we get more data, we will see a lot of this noise get subverted back to the background. We can kind of fake it by moving our black level out a little bit. It look like it's softening the noise as well, as you can see. But it looks a little brighter, but that's artificially induced by me. Okay. And we always do a color correction once in a while. And when it stops actually showing anything, it means that we've got to that point where we've stacked enough so we have enough data for the color to be proper. Okay, we've got 38 now, so I'll save it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm turning into a pumpkin, Mark.
Well, don't fall down, or you'll be squashed.
I knew you were going to say that.
Sorry. All right. Well, this is it. This is the last one anyway. It's 1:38 here in Connecticut. It's actually 10:38 out in Benson, Arizona. Benson, Arizona, warm wind in my hair. What movie is that from,
11:38
guys?
here.
All right. What series is that from? The song about Benson, Arizona. It was the theme song of this TV series. Or movie, I'm sorry. It's a movie. What was the movie? Put it in the chat. Thank you, Sally. That's a very nice compliment. She said, your passion is as beautiful as everything you show us. Well, thank you. That's very sweet. So what movie is Benson, Arizona, the theme song?
No idea.
Good. I think someone else will know. JSCO says there's a show tomorrow. Yes, we're going to do a show on 3i Atlas tomorrow. And we're going to talk about everything it is, everything it isn't, and how long you have left to live. Just kidding. It's going to be a story on, or a show on 3i Atlas, among other things. And we're going to talk about every detail about it that we know so far. And I think you'll enjoy it. Sun City, Arizona. Okay, how far is that? That's, let's see, from the Sonoran telescope, it's closer than the Benson telescope. I would say Sun City. Tell me where Sun City's near again. I thought it might have been near Surprise, Arizona, but I might be wrong. Okay, 43 images here. Good night, Dean. Thank you for dropping by. Okay. Well, thank you, Lori. I'm glad you enjoyed it. She says, lovely show. That's very nice. We aim to expose the heavens to everyone. Oh, Peoria. Okay, yeah. That's sort of near Surprise then. I was right. Yeah, from Peoria, the Sonoran telescope is about 40 minutes away to the west-southwest. And from Peoria to Benson, you're looking at a good, I guess, 3.5, 4 hours, maybe more. I think 4 hours. Yes, it's that big a state. Scottsdale to either of these sites, you're looking at over 2.5 hours. To Sonoran, and at least 3 hours to Benson, maybe more. Yeah. Cool. All right, we're done. Folks, I hope you had a good night tonight. I really enjoyed hanging out with you, and Daryl did too. Daryl, thank you for joining us again.
Sure. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Of course. And I know all the things I have to change now so that we can actually get your audio to come through. That's good. All right, folks. This has been saved up there multiple times. And so go to skythroughlive.org if you want to download these pictures. Just scroll down till it says I want cool pictures. And explore the portal up there. Feel free to donate to us. Join our Patreon. And we look forward to seeing you. Give us a thumbs up. Help us get pretty well known out there so we can do all this stuff without having to worry about where next month's lease payment's coming from. So thank you guys, and we will see you next time. So I guess it's time to say goodnight to John Boy, right? Good night, John Boy.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Stars so bright in the sky, on Arizona nights they fly. Nebulae in colors rare, galaxies beyond compare. Sky tour in the night so clear, brings the universe near. Real-time wonders to see, streaming light for you and me. Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the views. Every night feels brand new. In the dark, the night unfolds, stories of the cosmos told. Through the lens, a distant dream, living real like a gleam. Far away, up so high, across the stars beyond the skull. Through the lens, a distant dream, living real like a gleam. Lift your eye up so high, across the stars beyond the sky. Sky tour shows us the way, every night a new display. Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the views. Every night feels brand new. Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the view.